Hi, I'm Corn C, and today I am playing Alien Breed Impact. And in this game, this sort of isometric game, well, first of all, my current goal is to find the explosives. Let's go and see if I can find the explosives. You're on this spaceship. I think you're an engineer of some description, and you have to do various tasks to do with clearing out your spaceship from this sort of alien infection. And you can see there's the explosive charges. So it's just a matter of finding out how to get to them. So I'm this character, and you can see I've got a nice little laser sight, and I've got various weapons. So you can see down the bottom left, and that's my health to the left of the weapon. I'm going to use this assault rifle of some description. This door's not going to open. Oh, and here are the aliens. And then there's various items to pick up. Strangely, your ship seems to run on a very capitalist system, and that even despite the fact it's heavily armed with various sort of sentry drones and things like that all over the place, you have to actually buy ammunition a lot of times. It's a little weird. Oh, and there's a hole in that window, so this is obviously how I get in. Oh, more aliens. And you can see the aliens are very like the stuff from the Aliens movies. Well, I think they do anyway, those little ones. So the basic game, you sort of walk around. And I suppose I should point out, I'm getting used to it now after about 4 or 5 hours. But what you can do is you move your mouse around, and it rotates. Your little avatar man points in the direction that your mouse is pointing. But you can move the mouse if you move it to the edges. If you move the mouse to the edges of the screen, then it rotates the camera around, and that can be quite hard because often you're in a tight battle. You're in a tight battle, and you're trying to desperately get the spin round so you can get a view of what's happening, which means you actually have to often turn away from the enemies you're attacking, which can be quite annoying. Yeah. So I've just also swapped over to frag grenades. You got your secondary weapons, and more to the effect of Alien. You can see up there in the top right is a sort of motion sensor. And so the aliens will appear on there in sort of red dots, and you can often hear them. Okay, so now I've got the explosive charges. You can often hear them, and you know they're coming. Oh. And they sort of burst out of nowhere, and then you've got to sort of deal with them, or you see them moving around on your little movement sensor. And I think it's quite effective. Now, the other thing about this game is if you die, you lose all your progress back to the previous point. So where you saw me start, that was the previous point. And one of the things I know is here, there's going to be lots of bad guys. And rather than try and swing the camera around, I'm just going to force them into this. Force them into this narrow little area so I can just wipe them out as they go. And you know it must be big because the music's turned up. And the music's down, so obviously that's it. It can get quite tense. Oh. Although a lot of the aliens don't seem to be very smart. So what am I trying to do now? That's right, use the explosives to blow open the doors. What it might be a good idea is to go and do a little save. And also maybe take a look and see if I can buy some equipment. So you can hit space to load things up. So save progress. So now I've got past that a little bit. And then maybe I can get some more equipment. How's my ammo going? Pretty good. One thing I always need more of is health kits, because I'm very good at dying. Ammunition. I like the assault rifle, so I'm going to take some more assault rifle stuff. And let's get out. You can also upgrade your weapons, but I'm normally too busy buying ammunition. Oh, time to reload as well. It can get quite frustrating. If there's a lot of aliens in front of you, you start running out of ammunition, and the camera's in the wrong place. It can get quite frustrating to try and get everything to work. It really helps if you know where they are. And you need to have a point to. You need to be able to retreat to a safe spot. Because if the aliens are right up close to you, then you can't actually move or do anything. But luckily, the AI. Luckily, as I was trying to swing the camera around, it didn't really work very well. So now it's time to use some health. Okay, and then back to the frag grenades. Yeah, it can get quite hard to control what's going on. It's best to keep the aliens at long range, short control bursts. If you, oh, where are they? Oh, damn! See, once you're up close, it's I've lost a lot of health again already. Oh, some more ammo. And also you can pick things up. So it's yeah, and you can only, as I said, you can only save at certain points. So how I would say is that it's quite a here we go. It's quite a good game. It builds the atmosphere quite nicely.
Systems offline.
The levels are really quite long, over an hour per level, as there's lots of going forth, back and forth, various little sub-goals, and backtracking to go and get to particular places. Is it down here? Yeah, and then you can see this little map, and it tells you to blow doors up at various points. You have to find them. And I think it does a very good job building the atmosphere, but the controls... Alright, so there's the door. That's where I need to go. The controls do make this some more flamethrower stuff. Oh. Luckily the AI on the aliens isn't so good that you can just normally hold them off at a distance. Okay, so that's the detonation point. I'll just check, just see if there's anything down here worth picking up. As you get close to it, it just pops up. If there's anything important, it just pops up a little title, so you know. And in here, anything in here? Short control burst, pull back. No, there's not much in here anyway. And I imagine the door won't open yet. It will later, no doubt.
Access denied.
Yeah. And spin the... I'm getting a bit better with using the camera, so it does... After a few hours, you do reach a point of...
Access denied.
You do reach the point of working out a little better. It can still be very frustrating. So right now I want to move the camera because I can't see these enemies. Luckily I managed to get a grenade off before I was overwhelmed by them. Whew. So I'm pretty low in health, so hopefully they're not going to come for a second so I can build up my health a bit. Alright, that's all my big health kit's gone. Go back to the frag grenades. Swing the mouse around so I can get a decent view. There's a few parts of these sort of submissions of the larger missions where time is important. Oh, so where are they? I know they're here. I can hear them. Here they come. Reload. They're coming. So try and line up on where they're coming from. Is there going to be more? There's almost certainly going to be more. So yeah, decent little game, not great. Due to a few, there's some, just due to a few little annoyances, mainly the camera, and how it really makes things hard for you when you're up close. Like right now. I need to swing the camera around, but okay. You've got to wait for this little gap, otherwise they get too close to you and then you can't do anything, because when they're really close they just swamp you. Ah! Come on. Oh, and I think I've died. Yeah, see what happens is, if you let them get too close to you, they can crowd you, and I was clicking the buttons there. I was clicking shoot, I was clicking move, I was clicking drop grenade. Let's try again, quieten it down. But it just wouldn't let me do it because there's this alien right on top of me. And I couldn't see what was going on because the camera was in the wrong place. It just too much for me to do at once. Actually, let's quit out. So it's gone back to. Actually, that must have been a save point. Anyway, let's quit out. Exit to main menu. Yeah. So I think it has a good feel of the setting. The controls are just a little hard to use. There's co-op, which I haven't necessarily heard best things about, and there's also sort of various free play mode. So it's a solid but not flashy title. It's not a great game, but it's a decent game. It's okay. Anyway, that's my review of Alien Breed Impact, and how much more of it I play will depend on how much tolerance I have for being annoyed at the controls. I'll give it at least one more go, but does take quite long. I mean, it takes as I said, about an hour to get to a level. I think there's around 4 or 5 levels. I think there's 5. So you're looking at 5 to 6 hours play to get through the whole thing. And yeah, I either need to get a lot better at these controls very quickly, or I don't think I'll make it all the way to the end. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye. Bye.